From layups, to dunks to shooting from the three-point line. Basketballers seem to be able to do it all, but don't underestimate their ability to dominate in the business world. In this SportX video we will go through 10x and current basketball players that are successful entrepreneurs. Coming at number 10 we have Harrington. Harrington is a rarity in the cannabis world. In an industry that generated $25 billion in sales last year. He co-founded Viola, a Los Angeles-based cannabis company named after his grandmother. Viola grows, processes, and sells all types of pot products, from flower to concentrates to pre-rolled joints. Harrington now has operations in California, Colorado, Michigan, Oklahoma, Oregon, and Washington, and generated about $20 million in revenue last year.
I know you're not following what I'm saying anyway, right? That's okay, that doesn't matter. The real question is this: was all this legal?
In number 9 we have Steve Nash. Steve Nash played for the Phoenix Suns, the Dallas Mavericks and Lakers. He was one of the best players during his time in the NBA, with personal awards such as winning MVP twice and 8 All-Star nominations. However, he is not on our list for his on-court achievements. He founded a venture capital company Consiglia Brand Capital. As well as this, he has his own production company Meathawk, where he script writes and produces. He also owns a sports club, Steve Nash Sports Club. He owns stakes in a couple of football teams such as Vancouver Whitecaps FC and RCD Mallorca. In number 8 we have Chris Webber. Throughout his career, Chris Webber earned an estimated $176 million only from salaries, and he still managed to keep the ball rolling even after retirement. He started his own company that works in a few industries. His company has a real estate sector, a sector for representing basketball and American football players, and also filming projects. He also started his restaurant called the Center Court, as well as his own book. This means that he is not only a successful all-star NBA player but also a successful entrepreneur. In number 7 we have Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson played in the NBA for 13 years, and created the company Magic Johnson Enterprises after retiring, which he is now CEO of. The company owns various franchises such as Starbucks, Burger King, 24-Hour Fitness, Thank God It's Fridays and so on. If you total up all of Johnson's franchises, it's estimated that they serve over 32 million customers annually. In number 6 we have Andre Iguodala. Andre Iguodala is one of the players who's looking forward to his role as a venture capitalist and entrepreneur after retirement. It appears as though he will jump right into investor meetings with startups once he's done playing. The 2015 NBA Finals MVP had a cameo in the famous tech startup show called Silicon Valley, and he recently appeared at TechCrunch Disrupt to talk about investing in technology and the future of tech. Although his investment portfolio isn't as flashy and huge as the other names on this list, Iguodala has made several investments that have turned out to be major successes. He has a stake in Zoom, the multi-billion-dollar video conferencing platform, Marketer, an IT services company, Mercury, a bank built for startups and more. He also invested in Twice, an e-commerce platform for the sale of second-hand items, that was bought by e-commerce giant eBay. Additionally, he's an investor and advisor for e-commerce and investment platforms like Jumia, and Concrete Rose Capital. He was also an investor in the Players Tribune, a sports media label, alongside Kevin Durant. Minute Media bought the company for $100 million in 2019. Iguodala is easily one of the most underrated entrepreneurs in the NBA, and his empire stands at around $200 million. In number 5 we have the one and only Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is one of the most active entrepreneurs in the NBA. He has several ventures of his own and has stakes in many companies in a plethora of fields. KD actively endorsed and partnered with Weedmaps, a tech company dedicated to helping people connect to cannabis dispensaries. Durant is a co-founder of 35 Ventures, and he makes most of his investments through the agency. He has invested in more than 80 companies, most recently Mitchell & Ness, OpenSea, Future, NBA Top Shot, Coinbase, Immortal Games and Has also invested in Gravity Sketch, a virtual reality-based design platform, and his list of investments seems to be endless. In sports, he purchased a minority stake in Major League Soccer team Philadelphia Union in 2020. In fourth place we have Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal's a big deal, in every sense of the word. Standing at 7 foot 1 inches tall, Shaq made it big on the court and has taken his skills off court and into the business world. Shaquille has investments in Google, Vitamin Water and Muscle Milk. He also owns gyms and Five Guys burger franchises. O'Neal's had his fair share of investment offers thrown at him, and does a lot of research before deciding to invest into another company.
I want to be something more than Shaq.
In third place we have Steph Curry. Steph Curry is arguably the most marketable player in the NBA right now. The baby-faced assassin ignited the three-point revolution in the sport, and now millions of kids worldwide want to shoot from distance like him. He makes most of his investments through his companies SC30 Inc. and Unanimous Media. His most recent investment was in Tomorrow Sports alongside Lewis Hamilton and other legends. The Golden State Warriors are based out San Francisco, next door to Silicon Valley, and the superstar has his money invested in a plethora of tech companies. He is a partner in Palm, an electronics company, Infinity Motor Company, Tonal, an AI-powered home gym manufacturer, Kickoff, a personal finance app, Squire, an app for barbershop solutions, Step, a finance app for teenagers, Super, an e-commerce platform, and many more ventures. Additionally, he's an investor and advisor for CoachUp, a platform that connects players to private coaches, and Miro, a collaboration software startup. In second we have none other but the GOAT Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was one of the first professional athletes to become a billionaire, and he certainly didn't get all that money from playing in the NBA. Michael Jordan's main investment as an entrepreneur is being the chairman and majority stakeholder of the Charlotte Hornets NBA team. As well as this being the primary company he's involved with, he's also earned a lot of money through his many other corporate partners, making an estimated $80 million from them last year alone. These partners include Nike, being the most well-known partnership, Gatorade, Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Chevrolet, Upper Deck and 2K Sports. On top of all these companies that Jordan has invested in, or partnered up with, he owns a car dealership, 6 restaurants and a motorsport team. In first place we have none other than LeBron James. His empire includes schools, car companies, media labels, tech companies, clothing lines, alcohol distilleries, and much more. Unlike the rest of the NBA stars on this list, James has investments that are quite flashy, and most companies he partners with are well known. Mainly because of the fact that James is an investor is enough publicity for the company, he becomes their de facto brand ambassador. James partnered with Blaze Pizza, a pizzeria that has over 300 locations worldwide. He appeared in a funny commercial with the food joint, where he pretended to be a worker in the restaurant, and nobody could recognize him. He also has a stake in FaZe Clan, a gaming organization, where his son Bronny plays in. Notably, he was a part owner of Beats by Dre, the headphone company by Dr. Dre. When the company was sold to Apple for $3 billion, the 4-time NBA champion made up to $30 million. Additionally, James is a part owner of several major sports teams like Liverpool FC in the English Premier League, Boston Red Sox of the MLB, Pittsburgh Penguins of the NHL and more, through his partnership with Fenway Sports Group. LeBron James has made over 10 times the initial investment from these sports franchises. James is also an investor in Lobo 1707 Tequila along with NBA stars Draymond Green, Anthony Davis, Fred VanVleet and more. He also has a media company, Uninterrupted, a production label, Spring Hill Entertainment, and a marketing firm, LIMR Marketing. Like most stars on this list, James has an investment portfolio that's too large to get into, but the above are some of his biggest ventures. We hope you have enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe for more athlete entrepreneur content.